gaps to actually kind of fill, okay? So I'm going to put a 1 year chart out with no indicators, right? So if you look at this here, I had this over here, a big gap up, it tends to fill, right? Carries on going up over here, right? Big gap down and fill. Did you see that? Okay, so it used to jump a lot. It's like jumping again right now, 118. Okay, now Raymond, your question: are you still too late into this trade? My opinion is slightly too late because we have an FOMC meeting on the 15th, and we do not want to trade through that week. So that's the reason why we buy the options that are 3 weeks out to expiry, which incidentally belongs to the what do you call standard monthly contract. Of course, if you want to take it as another trade with 2 to 3 weeks in time, not to trade through to FOMC, you're still welcome to do it, but I would not suggest it because our start point was actually at 116, okay, and you have another point here at 118, 119 right now, which is likely to be about the same price as it closed over here, okay, so that's where we're going to go. So for those of you who are still in the trade right now, in this particular trade, I would just suggest that just wait up after the first half an hour and see what happens. If it stays a little bit higher, you can actually see how much the trades are, okay, before you actually decide on what you want to do with it, okay. So that's GLD over here, okay. Any other questions based on GLD? I think it's pretty straightforward, right? Anyone here doesn't know what to do on the GLD trade over here, right? Lydia, your trade that was expiring in 2 weeks, right? That was a risk that you were taking, okay. So when did we do the trade? We did the trade here first, okay? Standard monthly contracts were out here. I think later you took the Friday, this over here. So this is the expiry date that we should be buying over here, right? That's the one that you should be looking at. Okay, so that. Question, Lydia, why risk? Because we expect this trade to move somewhere in this 2 to 3 weeks time. If you bought the contract that expired on 10, right? Basically, if you're through till Monday today and it doesn't do anything much, you lose time value quite exponentially. Okay, so that's the only thing. But there's no other way to put it. It's a fortunate mistake. You did okay with it, so that's fine. June 23rd. All right. Lydia, we were supposed to do this options over here, the one that expires here, which is the one, the standard monthly contracts. Okay, it is a standard monthly contracts over here. Okay, so there probably isn't one. Okay, maybe now there is one. I think there were. It's all here. The options are all here. Next week is actually 30th, right? There's no 27. Oh yeah, you were right. There's no 27. The next one is actually here. Okay, 30th of June. 24th. There you go. Oh, there's no 17th. The 17th is here. Sorry. Okay, let me clear that up. Later you were supposed to buy the standard monthly contract that expires on 17th of June. Okay. If you bought the 24th of June, you having too much time for this trade. You're not supposed to do that because FOMC was actually on the 15th of the year. Okay, good. So I think by and large all of you did okay for the trade and entered correctly and got up correctly, so that is good. Okay. Now, what I want to do here is I want to do a bit of a see if there's anything on the TVT, right, to look at. And I noticed this because this was a big jump. You can see that. Okay. So, okay. Question here, Xiangqun. If you're still in the trade, what would be the exit price for the target? Xiangqun, I would suggest that you get out right now because there's a very good tendency that it is going to fade to fade. Okay. So I'm not shooting for theoretical prices. Of course you can. Okay. Of course you can. There's no stopping you from doing so, but they've got to be out by Tuesday next week. They'll be out by Tuesday. Okay. Target prices, I would gun for about $1. Right? I'll gun for about $1. I was happy with about that 60 cents for most of you on a Friday. I would suggest that would be the trade to get out. Okay. So Xiangqun, if you haven't heard me, you can go for $1, but I would suggest to get out right now because I has made the move that happened. Okay, good. Any other questions on any other trades you guys have over here? Right? Now, Raja had a question earlier on. I'm trying to find it. Okay. Weekly hedge candidates over here. Okay, let me just make a hop into what I can see here. Okay, so this is the FAS, which we used to do a lot of, right? And we didn't right now. Okay, this one we do sometimes. TLT. Okay. TLT is one that is you can see here, right? Monday is about 130, and Thursday open at 133. Is a $3 move here. Okay. I want to see TLT right now. The weekly moves. So $4. Oh, this is not a good one. Okay, this is not a good one. Now, a good way of actually looking at it is this. If I go to the options chain of the ETF and look at the weekly prices over here. This one cost me about $1.50, and if 2 weeks ago it gave me one. I look at the full range here. Gave me a $1.50 range. I would do this trade. Okay. TBTs look to be. Let me see this. Okay, last week was 2.49. This is 88 cents. Right. Still a hit and miss kind of scenario over here. Okay. Right. This is the TBT options chain. It's going to cost you about 80 cents to actually get into the trade right now. You can see that, about 70 cents, 80 cents to get into the trade right now. And the TBTs here have a tendency to move. The lowest move is about 80 cents. Looking in review of the FXE, okay, and the TBTs, I would be a little bit more inclined to actually do the TBTs for the weekly hedge today. Okay. The 2T trade today. There's no notification from Miriam. I have no There's no indicative direction for today. Right. So nothing to do at the moment until she looks for it. Okay. Okay, there is a question, Raymond, of Goldman Sachs, and let's look at it. Okay, Raymond, Goldman Sachs. Okay, I would say for Goldman Sachs, I will hold on to it and see what the FOMC brings. If past the FOMC nothing happens, I would just do what we normally do, the 22% or 2 months for you over here, whichever is earlier over here. Okay, good, right? Sounds good. I should be okay. I wait for FOMC to do. Because the thing is that there have been hints that they will raise the interest rate, but they already let people know that they are going to raise the interest rate. So would it be a surprise? I don't know. Would it be something to look out for? I really don't know. Okay. So I would say this week maybe just the TBTs if you want to. Okay. Now let me just take a peek at something that I used to do quite a fair bit of. Okay. This is the gas thing. Let's see how. If it's even worthwhile to do this, okay? This guy used to move quite a fair bit when oil and gas prices were fluctuating quite a lot, right? And there are no weekly options right now. Sorry, the wrong one. UNG, United States National Gas Fund, Exchange Traded Fund, okay? So, on the UNG, right? This is going to cost you, I would probably say real cheap here. Right, so 60 cent move to 40 cents, 30 cents. Okay. Now forget about trading this one. It moves 30 cents. No longer fun. Okay. Oil, USO. These are two other ticker symbols that we used to look at for the weekly hedge. You might put them in your trading if you want to. Okay. So this is a 50, 60 cents movement. Forget about this one. Scratch that as well. Okay. Scratch that as well. Okay. I want to look at the FAZ, right? The FAZs, right? FAZs is the reverse of the FAS, right? And this one here, see how they moved. Last week they were pretty quiet. Okay. Last week was a short week, by the way. Okay. The week before it was at 38. If I moved about $3 on the way down. Okay. The FAZ over here, for some reason it's really slow. Okay. All right. Marina asked a very interesting question. Can you do GDX for weekly hedge this week? In all honesty, I think you can. All honesty, I think you can. For some strange reason, so sorry about that. My options change numbers are not loading, but I would think that the GDX would be okay to do. Right? This is the weekly again. The weekly, each bar is a week. Right? The GDX last week is $3, $2, $3, $2. I wouldn't pay more than about $1.50 for it. Maybe $1.30 for it, but I have to wait and see if it loads up. Okay, just the GDX itself, I think you can do it. Okay, Alright, so for GDX, I think it's good to go for weekly hedge this week here. Lydia, what about Apple? Is it for IDE or anything like that? Okay. If you're in the trade for AAPL right now, looks to be moving, but there's nothing else to do on Apple at the moment right now. Okay. I don't do Apple on the weekly hedge. Someone was asking me to do Apple weekly hedge. I don't. Okay, I don't do that. But then again, okay, while we do not encourage you to do stocks on the weekly hedges, you of course can take a trade and find if that stock actually does quite well. It's a big hint for you guys. Okay, I do not like to encourage people to do stocks for weekly hedge, but sometimes I do poke around with Baidu. Yeah, I do poke around with Baidu. Okay. The reason why I poke around with Baidu is this. Let me show you here. Okay, I'm toggling a weekly bar right now. Last week it was $13. Week before it was 15, 11, 13. So this looks to move about $10, $15 a week, right? And of course, options chains are not loading. Check if Baidu's options chains are under $8. If it is, it's maybe worth a shot to do. That's all I can say. Okay, all right, that's worth a shot to do. FXE is a hit and miss. I've been tracking some results from you guys over here. It's like a 50-50 kind of thing. So I wouldn't be too inclined to do it. All right. So I would say this. All right. It's about 9:40 right now. If you just do your normal calculation numbers on let's say Baidu for the weekly action things like that, I just give it a try. Just give it a try. Okay. So this would be something pretty interesting to look at over here. Yeah, I do not encourage you to do it on stocks actively, but if this is your cup of tea, you find a good stock, you can do it, you can go ahead to do it. I won't stop you, so to speak. Right, so to speak. Okay. So I'll stay out of FXE this week. In summary, I would probably dabble into DBTs, and if you're in gold, it's time to get out. If you want to stay on, definitely you can. That's all I'm going to say. And if there's nothing else over here, the schedule in June is out. Right? Next week there's no webinar. I'm not around. The week after that, I don't know yet. I'm supposed to go back in camp, but I'm waiting for the reply over here. Okay. So I guess that's it. If we await any messages that you might have posted, I doubt there is one right now today. If there's none, there's none. Alright, so toy around with Baidu, and I'll just go for a dollar target. That's all. Alright, I'm more than happy with dollar target. That's it. Okay. So I guess this is sort of that's it. Okay. Thank you all for being online. I will see you again the next time. And of course, please send in your questions into the question email or put it out on the forum. I guess basically that's it. I covered, just run through the questions all the time. Right. Pretty good. All right. So thank you all for being online, and we'll see you again the next time.